So you parked near a street corner, but as you're leaving the car, it's not parked there anymore. Possessed car! After becoming completely soaked, you're now partly dry? Did you somehow travel to an alternate 2015, grab the self-drying clothes, and then went back to 2004? Did you at least grab a spare because I need one immediately?
Dear colleagues.
Well. I see you made your first critical mistake. You see, when addressing a noun in a letter, you must always capitalize the noun. Guards, please send this pile of filth to the gas chamber. Hold up, how could you know they were going somewhere? Nora has not mentioned anything about going on a cruise. She just said they were taking a break from Christmas. That could mean just sitting at home and watching TV. You must be psychic.
You had a Canadian blue spruce last year. This one's a real beauty, almost 10 feet tall.
That is not a blue spruce. This is a blue spruce. The tree you got is most likely a fir. Don't drag the tree across the road, you're gonna ruin it. Man, everyone in this town is horrible to trees. Ignoring Vic Frohmeyer's death stare for a moment here, I would like to point out is where is the reef on the door?
It's us women who handle Christmas, not men.
When did you become a feminist? You were just verbally harassed by one guy. That can happen to anybody. Why is Daisy wearing different clothing? Did you not like the previous one she wore and just quickly changed? Nora's hair changes positions in a few shots, while also the blood disappears in a few shots. Luther, how'd you get a tan in barely under 5 minutes? Did you set on super max? Or did you just use spray tan?
Hemlock, a frequent winner in the Gazette Street Decoration Contest, finished a disappointing 6th this year.
The newspaper mentions the Gazette, but this is clearly a journal newspaper. Also, who takes a picture of a barely clothed, middle-aged couple, sends it to the newspaper editor where they approve it and have it set on the front page news? Sickos!
Atta girl, 2 more days and we're out of here.
2 more, baby.
2 days, you say? Well, let's do the math. Luther is going to work, and Nora is going to lunch, where she learns by her friends that Bevschild has cancer for the 3rd time. Luther returns home for some reason and complains to Walt about how the photographer got a picture of his house and put it on the newspaper. Walt explains that he allowed the photographer to climb on top of his house to take a picture. They didn't have an argument about their age differences until Nora miraculously shows up and gives her condolences about Bev's condition. That night, after dinner, they're cleaning the dishes until the doorbell rings. Luther answers it to 2 police officers who are selling calendars. Luther politely declines, even though they're not real happy about it, and they off to go to the Shears, where carolers come by, and Walt directs them to the Kranks house, where they start to where they go over there and start singing outside their house, and then soon the whole neighborhood is singing, and then they're annoying them. This is crazy. Who would do this? Anyway, next day, Spike is hammering in a picket sign on the front lawn. Luther knows it and rips it out. Nora's heading into town for, I don't know, and is greeted by friendly kids of Merry Christmas, and she smiles. That night, Luther waters the sidewalk and hoping it will freeze. He also gets the cat. 3rd day, we see a mailman, and what happened to the house? Why is it switched? That is not what the house looks like. Oh, how did that happen? the recording is like, oh no, we got it in reverse. What are we gonna do? We can't do another take. Well, that's okay. We can CGI the numbers on there, and they won't notice. People are dumb anyway. Oh, okay. Well, think again, guys. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah. So, the mailman slips on the ice, which Luther celebrates for some reason. Then that night, right, the killers come by and they don't see the clearly frozen sidewalk, and they start slipping and falling over. And then Nora comes out, and then she starts slipping and falling over, and she sees the cat frozen in place, still meowing. What? Next day, at the hospital, Luther shows that he's got a Botox injection, and then there's some hilarity in there. And then the next day, his face is healed back up, and it's Christmas Eve because they're packing. So there. That was not in a span of 2 days. They expect it to be December 22nd, but it's literally December 20th. Movie does not know how to math. Creepy caroler woman is at the window, but then a few seconds later, she's back in the front conducting the group. She is fast. How is that tree still attached on there? There's no bungee cord securing it on the car. You should have to drive very, very, very carefully. The ice color falls to its side. Then, after a conversation, it miraculously is back up. I'm not sure what kind of trees are these, but I don't think they would still have their leaves in December. When Luther is pulling up Frosty, Frosty is facing forward, and when we come back to him, Frosty is facing backwards?
Mr. Krank is putting up his Frosty.
Boys, the game is still playing. Are you sure your game is not possessed? Luther begins to fall backwards, and after Frosty crushes the ground, he begins to start falling frontwards? Funniest scene in the movie.
Officer Fromine here. Did you read me?
Spike, I don't think you're even allowed, or even can, transmit a signal to a police radio using an HF radio. Outside, the windshield wipers are off. Inside, the windshield wipers are on. Outside again, the windshield wipers are off. Yeah, that's exactly how you get the power back on. Also, they better be rubber gloves, because you're gonna get electrocuted if you're using leather gloves. Where is the snow that was on your hair? Is your hair so hot that it melts snow? Where did you get those instruments from? And you're holding the pinpipe the wrong way.
I spent 6 weeks planning this vacation. 6 weeks.
6 weeks? Nah, just barely 4 weeks. Marty went to the trouble to bring a hickory honey ham, which Nora claimed is Blair's favorite,
And Larry's favorite hickory honey ham.
though she's not even eating that. Well, better not let it go to waste. Now Luther's hair is so hot it melts snow?
I told you you could use an umbrella.
When did you have time to change into your Santa suit? Better yet, how do you have your Santa suit? You came here wearing normal clothes. You didn't have a bag or anything. You brought the hickory honey ham. Was it somehow, did you stuff it in there and just grab it out and change it at the right time? I guess you really are Santa.
Jesus fucking Christ!
red lights can't stop me. I just hold on for dear life. Yeah, I can't give up this feeling that I get when looking down from the sky. Now with you